The Meghalaya government is reportedly working on introducing a new legislation to regulate the entry of individuals from outside the state amid ongoing challenges in enforcing the Meghalaya Resident Safety and Security Act, or MRSSA. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma today informed that the state government was preparing a stronger legal mechanism to monitor the movement of people and address concerns related to internal security. The decision, he reportedly stated, was being considered in light of recent incidents in Assam and Bangladesh, which had raised questions about the safety and stability of the region. Conrad Sangma also pointed out that the implementation of the MRSSA had encountered several hurdles. Based on deliberations with the Law Department, discussions with cabinet colleagues and senior officials, the government had been exploring alternate legal avenues. He reportedly added that the government would soon hold consultations with various stakeholders and disseminate detailed information to the public before proceeding further. Conrad Sangma also underlined the importance of having adequate internal safeguards, and while central agencies remained well informed, he reviewed it as his duty to update the union government on local developments and the steps being taken by the state to maintain law and order.
But monitoring the overall situation in terms of people coming into the state and going out of the state, it's a matter of obviously concern. Keeping in mind so many factors, the things happening in Assam, things happening in Bangladesh. So if you look at the overall scenario, law and order scenario, then you have to. It's important for us to come up with a very strong mechanism. We had some challenges when it came to MRSSA. So therefore, based on the discussion we had with Law Department and other individuals, and of course our consultation within the official with the senior ministers as well as the officials, we are working on something. I think it'll be too early for me to say or give details of it. I mean, I have all the details, but I don't want to give it right now. We're working on it. We'll be engaging with different stakeholders. Then we'll be sharing it with the press and the public at large. But we are working on it. There were some concerns relating to some personal matters, I should say, which I had met Honorable HM about. I had been approached by one of the fathers, I'm sorry, the name is slipping from my mind, who had applied for Indian citizenship, who's been here, he's in Nongrang. And so therefore, the church had requested me to take up the matter of his citizenship with the ministry. So I met HM and I requested him that this father has dedicated his life to our people, to our country, and he has applied for citizenship. And I appealed that he should be given a citizenship. So Honorable HM said that there are many such cases, and hence it becomes very difficult for him to pick out one or two. And once he picks out one, then he has to do it for all. So he urged that, I asked him what is the second way possible, because they have to renew their visa all the time. It's very inconvenient for them. So he has assured me that he will give up to a 10-year visa to the concerned father, so that he doesn't have to renew it every year. He's about 80 years old. So I have communicated this to our Archbishop as well as to the concerned people, that this is the option, and they're very happy about it. And I think this is a good and a positive step, because if that kind of extended visas can be given for 5 years, 10 years, then it makes it easy for them. So I took this matter up. Second matter was regarding the Salesian sisters, who their congregation, they are having a large program where their Director General, the global head, is coming to India. In the past, there had been some incidents where some of the senior religious heads were not able to enter the country. And so they were scared and worried that this kind of situation will happen again, in spite of having the visa. And so they requested that if steps can be taken and informed to the MHA and to the External Affairs Ministries, so that they can have a smooth entry, because they're not coming for any other activity. They're coming purely for the institutional programs. Some institution is celebrating Golden Jubilee, Silver Jubilee, Diamond Jubilee. So it's for official programs. So HM has assured me, I gave the list and the details of those dignitaries coming in, and HM has assured me that he will personally look into that matter. So these were the two issues, and then other issues are slightly more confidential in nature, so I don't want to share that specifically, but all I can tell you is that I just updated him about the situation in the border when Assam and Meghalaya, as well as the update of the situation in India and Bangladesh border. So from a law and order point of view, of course, he has got all the intelligence reports that come to him. But as Chief Minister, it's my responsibility to update him about the different internal security measures, issues, as well as whatever is happening at the border in terms of India, Bangladesh. So I briefed him on those aspects.
So,